We're live.
We're live. We're back. It's true. Your silly, loving guide, Rachel Otto here. I had to change my location because I needed to try to sit down because right now the energy is flowing through me so much, viewers, that I am about ready to explode. And I don't want to do spontaneous combustion on live TV. That would just not be very pretty. So I got myself grounded. I brought in a friend of mine, the Delphi here. And the Delphi is one of our modern crystal skulls made by a beautiful local artist, Cat Consciousness. And not only did I bring in this guest, but our guest for this hour, I just love her. I'm sorry, I'm being such a silly person right now. But all of this joy that we just got with Yvette is spewing out of me. And I am here with Teri Angel. Welcome to Enlightened World Network celebration of a divine day. My name is Rachel Otto, and I am with Way Chill Life. We are taking this moment, this little tiny moment in our world on 222 to celebrate you. We are celebrating the fact that we are divine beings and that divine love is now the ruling matrix of this plane, of this planet, of this dimension, of this time. And so all of the awkward yuckiness, all the judgmental statements I can say about the past 20,000 years have been transformed, transmuted, and now love is ruling. It's complicated, but yet it is so simple because it is just about a time for us to announce love who you are, love the Creator according to your beliefs, however you call God, the Messiah, the God Spark, Buddha, what it is that you believe in. Love it, love you, and then understand that, well, you have been placed on this planet as a co-creator and not as a worker bee. So let's start co-creating. In this hour, we get, again, one of my favorite people, Teri Angel. And I know she has divine messages of love for us. She has been on her journey, and well, she'll tell you about it over the past year and the experiences. And it ties back into what Charmaine was saying of having faith and trust and believing in yourself and believing in that God spark and listening to the guides and the ascended masters and listening not here, but here and here and doing what it is that you know is your purpose because we are all taken care of. Oh, all right, all right. I'm getting too excited. Let's let Teri talk and tell us all about her divine day so far. And what are your messages of love to share with all of us?
Hi, Rachel. Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh, what an amazing day this is. You know, this started out on such a high note for me today because the angels are just always speaking. And if we are open to it, they'll just talk up a storm. They'll just not be silent at all. And then when we need that, they're right there. It's like picking up that phone and they're always at the other end of the line. So that to me is one of the most exciting parts of my life right now. And I can honestly say without any hesitation, I love my life. I love life. And they having me write these interesting world. And Rachel, a couple of nights ago, they started, I hope I'm still on it. I just got a message. My internet was unstable. But anyway, they started downloading this message. And it sounded like I was conducting a marriage ceremony, which I can do because I'm a reverend. But I'm like, okay, I don't know what this is. Am I going to be marrying somebody? Like, what the heck, angels? And it was so beautiful in the transmission that came through, because they were telling us, if we think of life as our partner and really get into the energy of everything about that, what it means to have a partner, to have and to hold in sickness and in health, in wealth and poor, whatever it is that you're going through, just really embrace your life and say out loud, I love my life. So I want all of you out there that are listening to this, whether you're here now or on the replay, just do that and see how it resonates. See how it feels inside to say those words out loud. I love my life.
I love my life.
Doesn't that feel good?
Yes.
It feels so good. When they gave me the message and I'm going, I do love my life. And I say that, I've said it so many times, but to actually make that commitment, like a partner, a partnership with life, that whatever it brings to me, I can still say those words, I love my life, because I know that they're not going to disappoint me. They're not going to let me down. They're not going to drop me on the ground. And it's all about what we were talking about, Rachel: faith, trust, belief. Believe that the universe has your back. The angels are right there all the time saying, okay, what do you need? And I just want to call them in, because I think we're going to repeat this message over and over again as they come into us, because they don't want us to miss that important message. I love my life. And I want you to keep that foremost in your mind as you go about this time together here and the rest of your day as we are celebrating this wonderful portal opening. So I want to call in, there's 4 archangels that are the angels of the directions. And I would like them to come in to surround us and to surround everybody that's here. Like I said, if you're here now live, or if you're watching this later, just feel the energy as they come in. And I'm going to just be calling them in from their directions, starting with the east. And I would like to invite Archangel Rafael to please be present with us. Rafael comes in powerfully with the energy of air. So as Rafael enters your presence, you may feel a breeze. It might be a warm breeze, might be a cool breeze. It's however he appears to you. It's all unique and individual to each person. You may not be able to see the angels, but that's okay. Just don't try to force anything. Just feel their essence. Feel that wonderful breeze that just floated in. I feel it now. Thank you, Rafael. Rafael is over all healing processes, whether that's a physical, mental, spiritual, or emotional healing that's being done. Just know that anytime you are healing, Rafael is in charge. He is the main healer. So thank you, Rafael, for coming in, bringing us the energy of air, bringing us beautiful healing already. I already feel that. I want you to know that I had a little bit of a stiffness in my shoulder, and I was trying to stretch it out before I came on the air. And I just called him in and I said, would you please take care of that for me? Because I want to be very comfortable as I'm on the air and channeling the messages from the angels. And he did. It was just instantaneous, just like that. So thank you, Rafael, for all healing, for all people who are listening to this, all the beautiful souls, whatever it is that you're in need of, just release it to him. Now let's go to the south. We are going to connect up with Archangel Michael. Oh my goodness, Michael. Michael comes in with the energy of fire. So where you felt a breeze and that warmth and or cool from Raphael, now you're really going to heat things up, because when Michael comes in, it's so powerful, and he just loves to take what you want to give him. If there's things you need to shed, this is that perfect day to do any shedding. As we're going into this portal energy, it's going to be burned up, and let Michael go ahead and take it from you. Just let him have it, whatever it might be, any low vibration energy, anything that you might be concerned about, anxious about, fearful of. That has no place in your life. All those low vibration energies, they just have you tethered. And you don't want to be tethered. You want to be like Rachel and just like float away. So that's what happens when we release any energy that's heavy, anything that's holding us back. Our spirit and our body even starts to rise up. So whatever it is you have right now, just look inside, take a moment. Is there something in there? Is there something you've been holding on to? This is the biggie. Sometimes when we think that it's justified to hold on to anger or sadness or grief or fear even, we're not doing ourselves any favors. We are just hurting ourselves and holding ourselves down. So right now, whoever's listening to this, wherever you are, just take one moment and see what you're feeling inside. Is something speaking to you? Is there something there that says, I don't want to go. I want to stay in here. I want to hold on to that anger because I'm just not ready to forgive, right? We do that so much. But you know what? That anger is just hurting you. It's not hurting anybody else. So at this moment, you can make a decision. That's right. Just like Rachel, pull it out of there. Give it away. Give it to Michael. He will take that immediately. You will feel such a difference. You'll be amazed when he takes that energy from you and just destroys it, burns it up in the fire. It's gone. You can't get it back once it's burned up. So let it go. Let it go completely. The other part of that is Michael will cut the cords. So if there is something and you say, oh, yeah, I can go back into that energy. I can remember what that felt like, right? To be angry or to be anxious. Nope. Ask Michael to cut that cord so you don't have to deal with that anymore. And you can get on with your beautiful life free. That feeling of freedom, there's nothing like it. So thank you, Michael. Thank you for your protection, your guidance, your love. Thank you for taking everything that is not serving our best and highest purpose and just destroying it, just releasing it into the universe to be transmuted into positive. Oh, wow, that felt good. I think a lot of you out there are doing that release right along with me. So yay, you. And now let's move along. Let's move to the west. This energy that's going to come in is Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel, the one who clears everything up. And Gabriel comes in with the energy of water. So you might feel like you're in a shower, a waterfall, immersed in a pool, whatever that looks like. Just allow Gabriel to clear up any misunderstandings, to clear up any confusion, any doubts, any insecurities, whatever that looks like in your world. Just ask Gabriel to wash you and wash any of that energy away that's not clear for you, so you can make clear decisions. You can make clear choices in your life, and you can see your path so clear. It may have been a little muddy before. You might have said, oh, I don't know if I should turn left or right. I don't know if I should stay in this job or quit it. I don't know. And when you go into the energy of I don't know, that's because something is a conflict in there, because you're trying to think through it and analyze it instead of using that beautiful intuition that you have. We all have those clairs, and intuition is one of the easiest ones to open up. So allow Gabriel, with that beautiful energy of water, to open up your intuition even more, to clear up anything that might have been muddy. And now you can see with eyes of clarity, and you can hear with the ears of understanding, and hear that message so beautifully clear that there's no doubt, there's no insecurity at all. So thank you, Gabriel, for your beautiful touch of just clearing us immediately, whatever it is that's needed. Now, I think this one's for you, Rachel. We're going to Uriel, Uriel of the North. And Uriel is the connection with Earth. So it's grounding energy into the Earth plane, our Mama Gaia that I love so dearly. And she loves us right back. So as you envision Uriel coming to you, feel your energy. Take a breath in and feel it traveling all the way down the length of your body. Then coming out the bottom of your feet and right into Mama Gaia. Let it go all the way down. Just see it traveling and going through all the layers of Earth. It doesn't matter what it's made out of, rock, earth, dirt, whatever it is that's down there underneath that top layer. It's going to burrow through all of that and work its way right to the core of Mother Gaia, right to where that center crystalline energy is. And just sit there with that for a moment. Just sit in that energy, feel it, and connect in with one of the crystals. See what's calling you today. Is there a beautiful black stone, maybe shungite or hematite or obsidian? Those are all grounding energies that are going to protect you. They're going to keep everything that's not needed at bay so that they're not interfering with your beautiful energy on this day. So connect in with whatever stone it is. Maybe it's a heart stone. Maybe it's the pink quartz. Maybe it's a crystal quartz. You want to see more clearly. You want to have a beautiful connection. Whatever it is, it's perfect for you. So grab onto that stone. Let's just hold it for a minute. Hold the stone that's calling you. Ask to connect with its properties. And ask for that energy to come back up through the earth, back up the bottom of your feet, into your body, and directly into your heart. Oh, I think I got the pink quartz. I feel so much love right now. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So those are the 4 angels that surround us and protect us, heal us, clear us, ground us. Connect with them at any moment. You can just call on them. You don't have to remember their names. You don't even have to remember what direction they stood in. Just remember that they're there always. And all you have to do is ask. Just ask. I need that angel that's going to help me release, or I need that angel that's going to ground me or heal me, whatever it is. Just ask. The name is not important. It's important to us. We make it important as humans, but not to the angels. They understand us. They know what we're doing and what we're thinking and what we're saying.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, how did that feel, Rachel?
Angelic, like the divine beings that we are.
We are.
And I got a rainbow obsidian crystal.
Oh, I love that. Yes,
So
I see rainbows around you.
it was brilliant and bright and still in the grounding of that dark hematite onyx black that pulls us to make sure that to understand that we're from earth, that we're made of earth.
Right. Yeah.
And I loved the colors and the visuals. And you said something that was so important, dear listener. I want to reiterate everything she said a million times, but did you hear her say that it doesn't matter what you call them? Did you hear her say it doesn't matter if you remember their names? Okay, I'm sorry. If I start crying and vibrating again, it's because this is a very big point I'm supposed to be making right now, and I can feel it through my whole body. There was a time on this plane that there were mystery schools and things that were very necessary to teach people about spirituality. And the Lemurians and the Atlanteans and even the Anunnaki, when we get into otherworldly beings, they all had very beautiful systems created. And these systems have given us different divinations, tarot, numerology, Santeria, Voodoo, different religions and things. And everybody has come up with fantastic mantras, fantastic ways to call in these energies. And I myself spent a buttload of money on getting trained on how to use proper words, proper symbols, proper connections, proper enlightenments. And I traveled all over for 10 years doing all of this under these grand masters, only for it to all be taken away from me last year. All of these connections that I had into Buddhism, into Dainichi Nayore, into Hindu with Ganesh, all of the stuff that I had connected in, these thousands and thousands of prayers, all of a sudden that energy was just gone. And it was gone because we don't need to have a symbol. We don't need to have a prayer or a ritual. That is something, as you as an individual, if it makes you happy, then it makes you happy and do it. Then you should do it. But it's unnecessary to say things the way that it was said 10,000 years ago, or that we think that it was said in Lemuria. That's been elevated. It's been transmuted. And so just like Teri said, call in that energy. Ask for the help. We started this morning in gratitude because we are so grateful that we're here and we have unlimited help. That is what conscious knowledge is to me, the way that I understand it. So when we talk about this divine love, unlimited potential also means that we have unlimited help. So these divine archangels, these 4 that we are used to calling on, the 12 archangels, the billion of angels that we are, well, ask any of them for help. It doesn't have to be done, again, with any sort of offering other than your own love. So I am just so tickled that you said, just call in that energy, because that is something that keeps coming to me over and over again. I don't have to teach the angelic classes the way that I was taught, because it's not necessary in this new energy.
And the other thing, Rachel, is they don't hear words.
They don't. I was trying to explain that to somebody.
Oh my goodness. It's like words. That's a human thing. Y'all need that to communicate. But we already know. We know the essence of what you are saying. So that's all that matters. Whether you're speaking German or French or Latin or light language, it doesn't matter what the utterance is that's coming out of your mouth, because what the angels pick up on is that energy that's coming from your heart. So that's why names don't matter. That's why nothing that we physically say is what the angels are hearing.
Yes.
They're hearing those words. They're hearing, okay, I love you, angels. They're hearing that when we're expressing ourselves and talking about how magnificent they are and how wonderful they are. They hear that pure love. And that's one thing that they want to reinforce for us, that we are pure love. Inside of us is this place that's in, I call it the high heart. And when we connect in, that's what we are connecting to. That's that divine connection in each one of us. And we have it. It's never going away. Never. It is us. It's the essence of us. And that's what the angels see. They don't see a blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl. They see my essence. They see what is going on with my energy. We all have this life force of energy running through us. It's called chi. And that's what goes out to the universe. That's what the angels are picking up on. So whatever you're putting out with your thoughts, with your actions, with your words, that's what goes forward. And that's what's seen, the whole picture, not just one word or a sentence. They pick up on what's here in that high heart. And in our high heart, we are pure love. And this is what they want us to remember, is that magnificence that we are. We just think we're separate. We see each other. I've got blonde hair. Rachel's got dark hair. It's like we see a difference there. But there is no difference. We're all the same. We're just experiencing certain things for the whole soul growth, not just my soul growth, but for all of us. We're all in this together. So if one of you is expressing anger constantly, that affects the whole collective. Do you see how important that is to mind your own vibration? Because it's going into the whole soup of all of our vibrations. If you are giggling and laughing and really enjoying life and saying, what? I love my life. If that's the energy you're putting out, that's adding to our collective soup of all of the energies. And the way we are going to heal this world, the way we're going to bring a peaceful place to the world for us all to enjoy, is to raise our vibration constantly, to keep in that beautiful place inside of us that is our magnificence, and to connect in daily, hourly, by the minute, by the second. Never leave that place inside of you that's pure love. And yeah, we're human. We are here in a human form. There's going to be people that upset us. It's going to be things that upset us. There's just before the show this morning, I had to call the bank because I couldn't get into my online banking, and that was upsetting. But I breathed. I said, okay, I know this is going to work perfectly. And within minutes, I had it resolved. So anytime that something irritating happens, anytime something frustrating or something that might make you angry, you are allowing that to come in. You are allowing it with your response. And this is what the angels want you to know. You have choice. You don't have to take on anybody else's energy. You can just say, all right, I love myself. I love my life. And I choose peace. I choose calm. I choose contentment. And I choose joy. Rachel, I love that the angels have told me over and over and over again that we're supposed to have fun.
Yes.
We're supposed to play. We're supposed to just get the most beautiful experience we can have. And they always like to tell me, you're just here for a minute. In that minute, what do you want to experience? And when we look at it like that, Rachel, it's like, oh, in that minute, I want to laugh. I want to love. I want to pull in every bit of positive energy that I can into me. So I look at my life as this is my minute. This is my minute. And what am I going to do with it? How am I going to leave an impact in that 1 minute that I'm here on this earth plane? And wow, that puts everything into perspective, doesn't it?
Wow is right. It does. It does. And not only are we only on this plane for 1 minute, but to continue what you're talking about, our soul is an eternal being. We are the Eternals. I love the Marvel, and I use them as references a lot. But when they made the movie Eternals and they talked about these 8 eternal beings, they actually got it wrong. It's all of us.
Right.
We are the goddesses and the gods and the changers. That is us. And that divine soul is perfect. And free will gets us into the chaos because there's so many options on this planet, but that's why we're here on this learning planet. This is an experience. This is supposed to be fun. And for 20,000 years, we forgot because that was a process that we had to go through. We did it. We accomplished. The world is still here. It's not going to end. There's not going to be a mothership that's going to come suck us up because the mothership's already part of the planet. All of the other worldly beings are, well, you're looking at your neighbor. Good chance that that's what they are. So it's all here already. It is your choice to step into love. The control used to be other. You mentioned this too. It used to be government, maybe your church, maybe your parents or your family, and they would rule and tell you what to do. Maybe you're even attached to what your astrology said or what your palm reader told you. And when you stick with those options, your unlimited potential gets narrowed and closed down. And suddenly you're feeling a lot more pain and anxiety because you are not allowing the joy and happiness to happen, which is why you're here.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So the more that we trust, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we accept that we are divine beings. We accept that we really do have control for ourselves. We can choose love and not hold. I just watched the movie Mary Magdalene, and I really loved the point that the Jesus character said, doesn't your heart feel heavy to hold all that hate and anger? When that was said, it just was such a brilliant point to me. I got caught up in politics. I'm really sorry to admit to it. I got caught up in politics and I got really depressed and freaked out and angry and upset. And I went a little crazy. I got myself more sick, physically at dis-ease with myself because of the politics around me. And when I realized that all of this had to happen in the way that it is perfectly divine because this planet is already aligned with universe, source, God, that it just is. And when I stopped judging, because I have to stop judging, I do, as we all are learning, then all of a sudden things just are, they just are.
Now the angels say, kiss. Keep it simple, sweetie.
Keep it simple, sweetie. Yeah, I always say silly, but I love that. Keep it simple. Yeah.
Simple. It doesn't have to be so daggone complicated.
Mm-mm.
We do that. We try to analyze it and take it apart and see if it'll fit back together again. Just leave it alone and lose all those limits. Like Rachel was saying, we go way back into our minds and we pull on experience and we say, oh, it didn't work and it won't work. And so we shut ourselves off from our spiritual being by doing that. We go into all those low vibrations of anger and fear and regret. Nope, it's like driving a car. And if you're looking in that rear view mirror constantly and seeing what was behind you, you are missing out on that whole beautiful experience that's going on right in front of your eyes.
Yes.
Rachel, I've been driving all across the country and back again. And now I'm back again to the West Coast. And as I look out that windshield, oh my God, we have a beautiful country. We have one of the most amazingly beautiful places on this planet. And if I was constantly looking to see what was behind me, oh, is there somebody behind me? Is somebody going to run over me? Do I need to avoid something? Then I'd be missing all of that beauty. And that's how life is. If we're constantly worried about what happened behind us, which we can't do anything about anyway, it's already done, it's already gone, then we're so missing this beautiful experience of being here for a minute. It's so short, it's going to be over just like that. And we have no guarantees. I don't want to live my life full of regrets and full of worry and anxiety over something that's already done. And I have no control over any of it. So what I do have control over is the present moment, the now. And there's such power in letting go of everything else, letting it go. And that doesn't mean you're not going to pay attention to needs or to, we have to have, most people have to have a roof over their head. I have a car roof over my head. But, there's certain things that we have to have. And we have to, make sure we have a way to provide that. But when we're talking about the things that we hold on to that were upsetting or that we regret or that we were angry about, why? Why are you dragging that into your beautiful present moment? Let it go. And that's been such a huge message from the angels. Every night they give me a message. And it's always pertinent to what's going on in this now moment. It's some stuff that we can use, like that marriage ceremony to life. I love my life. And getting into the energy of that and what that means. Showing up for you, committing to you, not to anybody else. Just making sure that you understand that this is something you're here for. You're a divine being. You came here to this planet on purpose. You came here for such a time as this. So show up. Don't just hide in the corner. Don't let that light just keep getting dimmer and dimmer. Let it grow. And the more you let it grow, the more it's going to shine out like that lighthouse that you are. If you've ever seen a lighthouse, that light's pretty powerful. So imagine yourself as that lighthouse in this world. And just like the lighthouse guides the ship safely, that's what's going to happen. You're going to be that light that shines for people who are in a dark place, for people who have given up, who say they have no hope, who are ready to just sit in the corner and do nothing and let time pass by. I'm all for love. I choose love. I choose joy. I choose to have the very best life experience possible for my 1 minute that I'm going to be here. And that's the footprint I want to leave on this earth. I want to leave one of joy for those who step into it, that they will feel that joy. Because that's the other thing, Rachel. our energy that goes out from us is experienced by other people. So what energy are you giving out to the world? Those of you that are listening, are you giving?
Yes, that's a universal truth. I love universal truths. She is speaking universal truths. You're just getting me all excited. I'm wound up. Because the only thing that exists is this now moment. That is it. We can send love to the past to heal the traumas, to transmute what has happened to us. We can send love to the future to create a beautiful space for ourselves and those that we love. But truly, this moment right now, whether you're watching this in 5 years, 10 years, 10 minutes, doesn't matter. It is still the only thing that truly exists is the now moment. We are in control of your own now moment. And there are times where events happen around us. I myself was in a little thing called Hurricane Katrina. I did not know about a massive natural disaster until it was present within me. I could hold on to a lot of hate and anger and disappointment and ickiness, or I could just say that I was part of an amazing experience called Hurricane Katrina, and I got some great lessons out of it. But in this now moment, 20 some year or 15 years later, it is just something that happened. It does not control me or rule me. It is a part of my makeup of my experiences on this plane. And it ended up creating some of the most fantastic energetical energies, movements that I have ever experienced. I have seen humans come together with so much love. I have seen classist societies with all of their isms, racisms, and sexisms and isms, drop them all and actually care about each other in the divine moment. So it bums me out that sometimes it took a natural disaster. But right now, we're in a time that love is ruling, so you don't have to go through a natural disaster. You just choose it.
Exactly. And what does that look like? To be in that state of mind without something catastrophic happening, to just be in love with yourself, in love with life. It is so beautiful. And the other thing that the angels want to point out about that is we have choices in how we look at things. And Rachel, I love your perspective. When we look at something as hurtful and harmful, and we want to go, oh, get away from me, I don't want you, we're creating an energy of resistance. And in that resistance, we tense up, and it makes the experience so hard for us to go through. Let's switch that. And if we look at that energy that's happening as beautiful, as divine, as something that is there for us to learn from and to grow from, because that's why we're here on this earth plane, and that's a part of the earth, is all of these events that take place. We go into it with the energy of, oh, I love you. I am going to love you into this most positive, beautiful experience possible. Look at the difference of that. Look at how when you're angry and you just want to get rid of it, your body just kind of just tenses up and does this thing of protection, danger, step away from the vehicle, and it just feels terrible when you go into that energy. But if I look at it and I say, you know what, I'm just going to love you. And we can do the same thing with people. If there's people in your life that I call them the sandpapers, if there's a sandpaper in your life and they're just like constantly grating on you, you know what they're doing? They're smoothing out the rough edges. They're there for a purpose.
Oh,
Love them.
I
Love them. Don't say, I wish you were away. I don't want to be with you. I don't want to have anything to do with you, because what? You're going into that tense state again. But if you say, I love you, I just love you, and I appreciate what you are bringing to my life. You're allowing me to just get rid of anything that's not needed, because that's what the sandpaper does. It smooths you out and makes you this beautiful energy that's just ooey gooey lovable. So if you meet somebody that you just like, oh my gosh, I just love your energy, more than likely they've had some sandpaper going on in their life at some point, where somebody helped round out all of those edges and help them to understand life more fully. That's what it all is. It's all just beautiful experience.
Teri, my heart, I just keep thinking I can't expand it anymore. And yet, with each of these speakers, I am in more and more joy. I really hope I don't float away. So, how can the viewer, how can they find you? How can they connect to you?
Well, it's very easy. On Facebook, I'm Teri Angel, and you'll find me, my pictures on there. If I have a website called angelspeakers.com, that's with an S on the end, angelspeakers.com. And on the website, there's a contact page if you want to get in touch with me. When you first go onto the website, there will be all the things that I'm involved in right now, everything that's happening, and there's a lot. So I'm not going to take up time. Just go there. Go there and see what's going on. But I want to mention that tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, the angels are going to channel some messages. It's called an Angel's Circle. And on the 22nd of every month this year, there's going to be an Angel's Circle. And I'll just tell you that what happens in the Angel's Circle is they channel a message for the collective. So there's going to be that beginning part where they just speak to everybody, anybody that hears that message. And I always ask, whoever needs to hear it will hear it. And they make sure that that happens. And then they give an attunement to their energy, which is a healing attunement. So you'll benefit just from listening to that beginning part. And then whoever shows up in the circle, and you have to register for them, and that's on the website, but whoever shows up gets to ask a question or just get a message from the angels, or whatever is needed for them, the angels will come through with. I love channeling their messages. I am a conduit for their messages. And I do hold private sessions as well. If you want to just spend an hour or half hour, an hour with the angels and see what answers you can come up with from them, then I'm available to do that as well. So
How awesome.
I'd love for everyone to reach out and just go to the website. You'll find out all about this tour that I'm on, also traveling across the country, and later this year, traveling internationally. I'll be heading out to Ireland in August of this year. So the Peace on Earth tour is going international, and we're going to connect the United States with Ireland in August.
Oh, super fantastic. So exciting. Please do keep in touch with Teri Follower. She is one of the regular speakers here on Enlightened World Network as well. I love her shows, and I just love you. I just love you. I
just love you. And I know what a real Rachel hug feels like. We met in person a few years ago. I don't remember the exact year, but I remember when I met you, and oh my goodness, what a beautiful bright light you are. You're so amazing. Thank you for all that you do and for bringing more love into the planet.
Thank you. Well, we're coming to a close here for this hour. We still have 4 more to go. Actually, we still have a lifetime to go.
Yes.
So keep that divine love flowing. Go grab yourself some water, maybe get yourself a snack, and come back here in about 10 minutes. And we're going to keep expanding. And we're going to hear some sounds of divine love and learn about some numerology. And we really wish you a beautiful divine moment. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Dr. Ruth Anderson, for allowing us to talk today and use this beautiful platform that you have created with Enlightened World Network. And thank you, Teri Angel, for sharing with us the angels that you are.
Oh, and so are you. And thank you, Rachel, for having me on. Thank you, viewers, for tuning in. Stay in your heart and stay blessed. I love you so much.